Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learning Math with Shelly. In today's lesson, I'm gonna discuss about the Pythagoras theorem, but it will be part 2. In the first part of the Pythagoras theorem, I discussed what is a Pythagoras theorem, what is its origin, and what is a right angle triangle, how to identify the hypotenuse, and how to find out it. In today's lesson, I will be taking 3 to 4 different word problems which are based on the Pythagoras theorem. So the first problem is find the perimeter of this triangle. Now we know the perimeter is, if we have to find the perimeter of a shape, that means we have to add all the side lengths. So if we have this triangle ABC, its perimeter, if I need to find out, that will be AB plus BC plus AC. Now out of all these three sides, we already know AC, and that is equal to 9 plus 5, which is equal to 14 units. Because nothing is mentioned, so I will be writing it as units. Then we have given this straight line here, which is making an angle of 90 degree with the base, and this line, let's say this point is D. Okay, so now this whole triangle ABC is divided into two parts. One is ABD triangle, and the another triangle is triangle BDC. If I have to find the perimeter, AC is already calculated. We need to find out AB and BC. And if you look closely, AB is the hypotenuse of this triangle ABD. And we know how to find the hypotenuse, because if this is 90 degree angle, this is also 90 degree angle, and the side opposite to the 90 degree angle is the hypotenuse. So let's say this is hypotenuse 1, and here also the side opposite to this 90 degree angle, this is a hypotenuse. I will call it hypotenuse 2. This is for your understanding. You can write in your paper that it's H1 means it's AB and H2 is BC. Now if I have to find out H1, so I will be applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABD, and I will say H1 square is equal to 12 square plus 9 square, which gives me H1 square as 144 plus 81. I just want to add one more point. If you are good with the finding squares and square root of the numbers, let's say 1 square, 2 square, and so on up to 20 square, it will really help you. So this is gonna be equal to 225. So H1 square is 225, and if you need to find out H1, that will be square root of 225, which is equal to 15 units. Similarly, we have to find out H2. So in triangle BDC, if I have to find out this BC square, which is H2 square, that is equal to the square of 5 plus 12 square, which is 25, plus 144, and that is equal to 169. So from here, because H2 square is 169, this will give me that H2 is equal to 13, or you can say square root of 169, which is 13 units. Now if I need to find out the perimeter, which is equal to AB plus BC plus AC, so AB is basically H1, which is 15 units. Then BC, which is going to be 13 units. And then AC, which is going to be 14 units. So we will add up all these values. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. And then we once carry 1 plus 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is 42 units. So the perimeter of this triangle ABC is 42 units. I hope I made every point clear. Then we have the next question, and this next question is find the length of the diagonal steel brace required to support a wall of length 3.5 centimeter and height 2.6 meters. Give your answer to correct decimal place. Now in this question, we have already given the diagram. So this is the diagram, and basically we are just supposed to find out this length. this length we have to find out. Let me make it clear here. Yeah, so this length we have to find out. Again, it is given that these are the 90-degree angle. You cannot assume 90-degree angle from your side. It should be given in the question. Either it will be drawn like this, that you can understand like it's a 90-degree angle, and the side opposite to this, that is the hypotenuse. Now this is like a rectangle, so if this side is 3.5 centimeter, obviously this side will also be 3.5 meters, and this vertical length is also given as 2.6 meters. So in triangle, let's say this is point A, this is point B and C. So I can easily find out AC by applying the Pythagoras theorem, that hypotenuse square, which is AC squared, is equal to AB squared plus BC squared, and that way it can be equal to 3.5 squared plus 2.6 squared. And if you need to find out AC, you need to square root this whole value. Make sure you don't square root each value individually, but you need to add up them, square their squares, and then you will get it, and it will come out something like 4.36 ... So if you have to give answer up to one decimal place, it will be 4.4 meters. Then we have one more question here. Now if the diagram is given, it will be easy, but if the diagram is not given, so you need to draw it by yourself, because it is a part of geometry, so it will help you to understand what we need to find out and what is given. A helicopter hovers at a height of 150 meters above the ground. So let's say this is the ground. A helicopter is hovering like this at height of 150 meters. Let's say at any point it is here. So this height is 150 meters. And it is a horizontal distance of 200 meters from a beacon on the ground. So this is the beacon, this point. And from here, if this is the plane, here this is the position of the helicopter, its horizontal distance, like this distance, horizontal distance is like the x distance, like in the horizontal direction distance, it is 200. So let's say this is 200 meter. So this value is also 200 meters. And because this is the ground, which is horizontal, and this is the length, or it is hovering height of the helicopter, so the angle between them will be 90 degrees, and the side opposite to this one is called the hypotenuse. I call it H. They are saying find the direct distance of the helicopter from beacon. So here is the beacon and here is the position of the helicopter. So they are saying the direct distance. This distance is being asked, which is the hypotenuse. So here I will say hypotenuse square is equal to 200 square plus 150 squared, and hypotenuse will be equal to square root of 40,000 plus 22,500, which is going to be 62500. And if you take hypotenuse only, that will be the square root of this value, and it will come out as 250 meters. So the direct distance of the helicopter from the beacon on the ground is 250 meters. Thank you.